These videos are strictly only for entertainment and educational purposes. I do not encourage or endorse to any of the behaviors of the people I am talking about in my videos. From the beginning, Judith Eva Barsi seemed destined to have a glamorous life. She was born on June 6, 1978, in sunny Los Angeles, California. Her parents, Joseph Barsi and Maria Virovac Barsi, on the other hand, had separately fled the 1956 Soviet occupation of their native country, Hungary. Maria, dazzled by the stars in nearby Hollywood, was determined to guide her daughter toward a career in acting. She taught Judith about posture, grace, and how to speak. "I said I wouldn't waste my time," Maria Barsi's brother, Joseph Weldon, recalled. "I told her the chances are 1 in 10,000 that she would succeed." But in a spurt of Hollywood magic, Maria did succeed. As it often happens in Los Angeles, where something is always filming, Judith Barsi was spotted by a crew at an ice rink. Enchanted by the beautiful blonde girl effortlessly gliding on the ice, they invited her to join their commercial. From there, Judith's career as an actress grew. She starred in dozens of commercials, made appearances on TV shows like Cheers, and won roles in films like Jaws: The Revenge. Hauntingly, Judith played a daughter murdered by her father in the 1984 miniseries Fatal Vision. Casting directors were enchanted by her small size, since it let her play younger characters. Judith was so small, in fact, that she received hormone injections to help her grow. When she was 10, she was still playing a 7- and 8-year-old, explained her agent, Ruth Hansen. Judith Barsi was a happy, bubbly little girl. Judith's success helped her family thrive. She made about $100,000 a year, which her parents used to buy a 3-bedroom house at McCall Street in the Canoga Park neighborhood, at the western edge of the San Fernando Valley. Maria's greatest dreams seemed to be coming true, and Judith seemed destined for success. But Judith's father, Joseph Barsi, cast a dark shadow on her childhood. As Judith Barsi's star burned brighter, her home life grew darker. Outside the glare of the spotlight, Judith and Maria Virovac Barsi suffered abuse at Josef's hands. A heavy drinker and quick to anger, Josef took it out on his wife and daughter. He threatened to kill Maria, or even kill Judith, so that Maria would suffer. A friend of his named Peter Kivlin recalled that Josef told him hundreds of times that he wanted to kill his wife. "I'd try to calm him down. I'd tell him, 'If you kill her, what will happen to your little one?'" Kivlin said. Josef's response was chilling. According to Kivlin, he said, "I gotta kill her too." On one occasion, Joseph Barsi grabbed a kite from Judith. When Judith worried he'd break it, Joseph called his daughter a spoiled brat who didn't know how to share, and he smashed the kite into pieces. Another time, as Judith was preparing to fly to the Bahamas to film Jaws: The Revenge, Joseph threatened her with a knife and said, "If you decide not to come back, I will cut your throat." Weldon remembered overhearing a conversation between father and daughter soon afterward, while Judith and Maria visited him in New York. He says Joseph Barsi said, "Remember what I told you before you left." And Judith burst into tears. Soon, Judith's abuse at home began to seep into her day-to-day life. She plucked out all her eyelashes and her cat's whiskers. Judith told her friends she was afraid to go home, saying, "My daddy is drunk every day, and I know he wants to kill my mother." And shortly before an audition in May 1988, she became hysterical, alarming her agent. "That's when I realized how bad Judith had it," Hansen remembered. She was crying hysterically, she couldn't talk. Although Hansen insisted that Judith Barsi see a child psychiatrist who reported the case to the Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services, nothing changed. Maria hesitated to leave her house and husband, both out of fear for her safety and a reluctance to abandon the life she had built. "I can't because he'll come after us and kill us, and he's threatened to burn the house down," she told a neighbor. Still, Maria Barsi took tentative steps to escape her husband's abuse. She started thinking about divorcing Josef, and even rented an apartment in Panorama City closer to the movie studios, where she could escape with Judith while she filmed. But Maria's hesitation in leaving her husband was their downfall. At around 8:30 a.m., On July 27, 1988, one of the Barsi's neighbors heard an explosion next door. My first thought as I ran in to call 911 was, "He's done it. He's killed them and set a fire in the house, just like he said he would," the neighbor told the Los Angeles Times. Judith Barsi had done exactly that. It appeared he'd killed Judith and Maria a few days before, likely on July 25th. Police found Judith Barsi in her bed. Maria Virovac Barsi was in the hallway. Both had been shot and doused with gasoline, which Joseph ignited shortly before dying by suicide in the garage. Though Judith Barsi died in July 1988, she lived on through her acting. 2 of her animated films came out after her death, The Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven. In The Land Before Time, Judith voiced the cheerful dinosaur Ducky, whose signature line was, "Yep, yep, yep," is inscribed on her tombstone at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Los Angeles. And in All Dogs Go to Heaven, Judith played Anne-Marie, an orphan who could talk to animals. That film ends with the song Love Survives and is dedicated to Judith's memory. Yet before Judith Barsi's death, her star had only just begun to shine. She was very successful, with every door open to her, said Bonnie Gold, the spokeswoman for Judith's acting agency. There's no telling how far she would have gone. Some allege that Judith didn't go far at all, and her spirit remained in the house where she died. In 2020, the family who bought the former Barsi home reported feeling cold spots throughout the premises, and said that the garage door seemed to open and close on its own. On the show Murder House Flip, a team arrived to brighten up the colors in the house and to allow for more natural light. Whether or not the house was ever haunted, the new owners say that the renovation improved things. But in the end, Judith Barsi lives on primarily through her films, TV shows, and commercials. Though her appearances are somewhat haunting today, they also capture the spark of Judith's talent. That spark could have burned brightly if her father hadn't done what he did. Thank you for watching this video. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and also subscribe for more. See you next time. Bye.